report with my blood pressure and my weight. I do have to make a correction. I thought I was 37 pounds less because it was just a guess on day 25. I was wrong. It was yesterday on day 26. It was only 36 pounds in 26 days, according to the scale. Now, you have to take a lot of factors into effect, but I did allow for a kilo for my boots, so that doesn't count anymore. So what we got going on here today is after 26 days and being, of course, under doctor supervision, I would never suggest that anybody does a diet unless they see a physician before they start to make sure that they can do that. My doctor happens to be aware of the water diet, the water-only diet. He was okay with it from day one. And then now that he sees the results, the statistics for the blood pressure did not change much. And I don't know if that's because of how much coffee I drank yesterday, but my systolic was 185 and my diastolic was 139 when I started. Now it went down to 145, which is 40 points. 40 points. It's only a few points less than last week. And then the diastolic went down to, it was 100 last week. It stayed at 100. So it's 145 over 100. But I'm not taking the losartan medicine anymore. The doctor said that's okay. So what I did yesterday was I put up a live stream yesterday. Whenever I go to the city, since the doctors at that hospital and nurses, and I've found nothing but professionalism at that hospital. What I do is I buy some fresh fruits, whatever's available fresh. Now, I discovered that oranges have to be out of season because the price of oranges just went nuts. I was buying 3 bags of oranges for the doctor's office, 1 bag for the nurses. There's like 5 nurses and there's 7 oranges. And then 1 bag for each doctor. 2 doctors are on call. Whoever doctors are in there, whoever in the office. But yesterday, the oranges went from, a while back, it was 8 oranges about that big. About that big, 8 oranges, 8. About 2.5 inches in diameter. Then it went to 7 that big. Then it went to 7 this big. And now it's 6 oranges this big for 100 pesos. So that comes out to almost 17 pesos for an orange this big, or 35 cents, or 32 cents. So that's really not a lot of a snack for the doctors. But I'm not going to, I've never bought them, never have I ever bought them bread, never. Or pan, or anything sweet, or chocolate, and never have I bought that. I always buy fresh fruit or fresh vegetables. So yesterday, when I was at the ICM looking for a frame for NANIs portrait, they have a fresh fruit and vegetable market. I went and they had bananas for 60 pesos per kilo. Oh, the little bananas, the little ones. So I bought 4 kilos of the fresh bananas. And then what I did was I gave 1 bag to the nurses, And then I went and looked for the doctors that that I know, because they were supposed to be in a department called surgery, but they weren't there. So I gave the bananas to other departments that I have been to, the blood department and like that. So they they appreciate it for sure. And then I took one bunch home for Nani, which I'll give her later. I don't know that I'm going to give her this portrait today. I have the portrait is done. If you guys want to see it, let me know in the description box. So the portrait came out beautiful. Oh, it came out. You cannot see the faces, but the portrait came out beautiful. All right. And then what else did I do? I did 2 more blogs of the fresh fish market in Tagbilaran City and the fresh vegetable market, which is in the same building. So, but one thing I really found interesting is yesterday was Friday. I never saw so much fish ever on sale. I never saw that much fish on sale. The prices weren't different, but I never saw so much. Now, there's a lot of things I would buy, but fresh fish is right at the bottom of the list. I like fish, and I enjoy tasting and eating fish, but cooking fish here in my little humble abode, that would be impossible. That's just not possible. Fish is something you need a big open area to clean it somewhere outside, and then to fillet the fish with the scales and take the innards out. I can't do that. You need to have running water. We're lucky that we get 5 gallons at night if I leave the hose on all night to fill up the water bucket. It's a 15-gallon bucket, but we're lucky to get 5 gallons some nights. Some nights we get more. Some nights I can go out and fill up jugs, but there's just not enough water to clean fish. In Florida, where I lived, I had a fish cleaning station right on the water. You just washed off the fish guts with hose water. Here, you got to have something like that, or you're going to have cats coming around here looking for scraps, and no, that's just not a good thing. So let's I'll put this down. So this is done. NANI's picture is here, and this is the frame. As I suspected, when I got to the city, the frame was not attached. The portrait was not attached to the frame. And they said there was a problem, sir. And I said, but you texted me that the portrait was done and the frame would be done on Thursday. And yesterday was Friday. Today's Friday. Yes, sir. There was a problem. I said, let me have the portrait. And they gave it to me. They gave me back my deposit for the frame. And then I went and bought a frame at another location. So let me get to the comments section of this. Oh, so the oranges, going back to the cost of orange, they're just out of, for an orange this big. Okay, see these 3 fingers? If I put these 3 fingers in front of the orange, you wouldn't be able to see the orange. Now, before, that's how I measure. I mean, a ruler, a measurement, we call it stick measuring. Before, an orange, behind these 3 fingers, you'd be able to see a little bit of orange on the top and the bottom. Now, these 3 fingers cover up an orange, and the price of the oranges went from 13 pesos to 17 pesos each. So oranges, I guess, are just out of season. It might not make a difference to some people, but to give somebody an orange this big, I feel embarrassed. So I bought kilos of bananas of the good bananas to the small ones. They have a name for everything here. Do you know that there's 5 different types of bananas? You ask them. You look at a banana. Remember, we grew up on Chiquita bananas. Yeah, you want to buy bananas? You buy Chiquita, but not here. What type of banana would you like, sir? I want ones that are fresh for eating today. Yes, sir. Which ones? Hey, Captain Crunch. Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. I read your comments. I read your comment. I just don't respond to everybody's comment in the when you send me private comments. Dude, my dude. Looking great. Thank you, Captain Crunch. So thanks very much. Yeah, and the oddest thing about all of this, I did lose 36 pounds, and I walk through the city and see the same people that I've been seeing for going on 10 years. Nobody's noticed. Not one person. Not even one. Nobody. Not a person in the store. Not a sales rep, except for the doctor and the nurses. They noticed because they noticed. They're in a whole different educational and job description. It's their job to notice stuff like that. Everybody's distracted nowadays. That's probably true too. That's an objective point of view. Thank you. Yeah, but the tricycle drivers still yell out, "Hey, Tambuk," when they drive by, and the jeepney drivers still yell out, "Hey, Tambuk." And when I got on the jeepney yesterday, "Tambuk, where are you going?" "Osaka Pudalong. Where are you going?" "I'm going to the hospital," because from ICM, the jeepney drives at the front door of the hospital before it gets to the terminal. And then they didn't notice either. Tambuk means fat. Tambuk is the fat off of a hog, or if a person is overweight, they are tambuk. And if a person is thin, skinny, that's niwang. Like KNEE space WANG. Niwang is thin, and tambok, TAMBOK, is fat. So let me get to the comments, and then you got to give me a minute because I had so much stuff opened over here. I have a new. I'm gonna have to go back in 2 or 3 days to the doctor. I'm gonna start a new diet plan. Believe it or not. I know this sounds crazy, but I was watching this video about. Okay, I got a lot of windows open. I'm closing them out. There's a new diet. It's an old diet. It's a guy in India that does Zen Buddhist meditation and Hatha yoga exercises. He doesn't eat at all. Not even, no food, no water. He just breathes out of the air. And they even did in a big research institute. They brought him to a huge facility, doctors, surgeons, technicians, chemists, laboratory capabilities, and they put him in a room under 24-hour surveillance for 10 days. 2 video cameras, so while they were changing the cassette out from one, this is a long time ago, this study was done like 20 years ago. When they changed the cassette out from one video camera to the other, one would still be filming. And then they changed the guards on the door, and that somebody had to watch him visually for 10 days through a window in his room to make sure he didn't pass any fluids or solids. So, and there was no bathroom in there anyway. So for 10 days, he did not pass any fluids or solids. And for 10 days, he just sat there and did his breathing exercise. And they checked his vitals before. He was healthy, regular. His vitals were that of a normal person. And they checked his vitals however often they checked it. And at the end, they checked his vitals and he was healthy. So they came clinically, they came to the conclusion that he really didn't eat food for 10 days. So I'm going to try that diet. That's going to be, now there's a backup diet, but I don't know how long I'm going to do that for. I think I'll try that for like 72 or 96 hours. I got to talk to my doctor about that. You got to always talk to a doctor before you try a new diet. But then there's another diet. There's the no water diet, but you can have coconut juice. Now that is after day 40. That I'm going to try. I'm going to try one at day 30 if the doctor says it's okay. No food and no water, and try to get on with but I'm going to do a lot of breathing. And I'm going to do a lot of meditation. I'm going to do the See, I've been practicing. But then that's going to accompany the pot. I'm going to bang the pot and then sing the AOM song. And then I'm going to see, because I figured it's the rainy season. So if it's the rainy season, the humidity in the air is very high. Maybe I'll be able to draw enough water out of the atmosphere that I won't have to drink anymore, and then I can save 94 pesos for a 2.5 gallon jug of distilled water every 3 days. So that would be almost 50 pesos a day I could save on water if I don't drink water anymore. And think of all the money I'm saving by not eating food. My food bill was about, I guess I spent for myself. For Daisy and I, we would spend somewhere around 16 to 20,000 pesos a month for everything. All vegetables, oil, salt, pepper, spices, whatever. About $400 a month. Now, for myself, when I was just on the pork-only diet, the carnivore diet, I spent about half that, about $200 a month. So what is 200 into? Comes out $200 a month is 10,000 pesos. That's about 300 pesos a day. So I'm saving 300 pesos a day if I'm not eating. And if I had another 50 pesos I could add on to that if I could stop drinking water, that would be 350 pesos a day. Plus the time it takes to fill up the water, that takes about 2 hours a week. And at $50 an hour is what I base my time at. I could save about $100 a week times $400 a month plus $200 a month. I could save $600 a month in time, water, and foods if I stop eating and stop drinking water. Which reminds me, I need water. So here, look, this is going to be a tuna kahuna special. I can't do that just yet. Hold on. Tuna kahuna, I made a video especially for tuna kahuna of the fresh squid in the market. And that will be tomorrow's video. I still haven't gotten to the comments yet. Hold on a minute. So here, you just watch. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Friday. Okay, maybe it's some kind of holiday because I never saw so much. I never saw so much fish and crabs. They've never had this much stuff. What's going on here? Okay, give me a moment. I want to get some water. Now look at the size of that squid. Look at the size of that squid. That squid is not the big ones, but those were like 2 kilos plus. This is for tuna kahuna, and there's bigger ones that are separated all by themselves that weigh up to like 4 kilos, I believe it was. I never saw such big squid. They have squid there all the time. Apparently that product is common here in the Philippines because they've always had fresh squid since the day I got here 10 years ago. I'm just having my vitamin and a little bit of water. They had fresh. They have different names for fish, and I don't know much about. Even though I know those are parrotfish. Those are parrotfish. When you see red, orange, blue, yellow, and green fish, that's a parrotfish. Now those you can eat. These are tricky, eating these. These are tricky. You don't want to eat too many of these, and you don't want to eat them if they're too big. Let me go back a little bit. Parrotfish have some kind of toxin in the fish because what parrotfish eat is coral. And there's something in the coral that makes them not good to eat. I don't know what it is, even though I lived in the Florida Keys. So up to about that size fish, you can eat them, but it's not advised to eat them every day. Now me, I don't ever remember eating the parrotfish because where I lived in the Florida Keys, we had fresh mahi-mahi, fresh triggerfish, fresh lobster, like that. So let me turn this around. Okay, let's go back. Let me get to my page now. Oh, let's see. How do we do that? Where are we here? Okay, video details. Day 27. All right, let me close out a couple of windows. Okay. I have 27 windows opened up. All right, that one I can keep and move it over. This one, Tuna Kahuna Special. That's the name of the video. I'll be posting something in the community post for Tuna Kahuna Special for Saturday night. It will be in Canada. The video is 18 minutes of just fish. Fish, crabs, clams, squid, snails, dried fish. I did not, I don't remember seeing eels. You may see it in the video. Pipefish, which is like what they call pencil fish, and they use those for mahi-mahi fishing out in off Cape Hatteras, off the Outer Banks. That I remember because I remember chopping fish. The captain said we were going out. This is a true story. We're going out. I'm at Cape Hatteras. I'm parked at Odin's Dock. I got nothing to do. I'm waiting for parts to be delivered. So I got nothing to do. Thanks, Coffee House. I got nothing to do. So one of the captains came in. He was from Howard Beach. He was on Mike Finnegan's boat, Mike Finney's boat. Michael Finney is very famous, one of the most famous prop masters and grips. He's got the biggest grip company maybe in New York for sure. Anyway, that boat comes in. The captain knew who I was. He goes, "You want to go fishing?" So I said, "Yeah." "Does it pay money?" He said, "Yeah, it pays money. You could get $150 a day, or you could get a portion of the catch." I said, "Well, I'll leave that up to you. If we do good, I'll take a portion of the catch. If we do bad, you pay me by the day." So we get out. We get on the boat at like, I don't know. It was the afternoon. Now you got to understand something. It's Cape Hatteras. It's Christmas, January. It's the beginning of January. I got there 2 days before Christmas. It's the first week of January. The Outer Banks off Cape Hatteras, for those of you who don't know, and most of you don't know. I still haven't gotten to the comments. Hold on a minute. I'm getting to the comments now. I got to get to the comments. I got to get to the live stream. It's taking a long time to refresh this page. All right, I'll do it that way. Okay, so. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Okay, let's go to my home page. Okay, let's open this up. When you got the longest living breatharian, that's right. I got that video. I'm gonna review that video. A lot of retirement strategists. He's a man of the world. He knows the Cape Hatteras. A lot of retirement strategists. I was about to say that, but I didn't say it because it sounds ridiculous. But there's about 3 or 4 capes, CAPE, in the world that are the most dangerous. Cape Horn in Africa is considered the most dangerous cape in the world. Then there's Cape Hatteras, and there was another one. So Cape Hatteras is in the top 5 or 6 capes. There's a lot of capes in the world. But Cape Hatteras is considered one of the most dangerous capes in the world. So the exit to the sea, Cape Hatteras is a trip. A lot of retirement strategists. It is a trip. So you leave. First of all, we were going fishing for mahi-mahi. Okay. And mahi-mahi was 150 miles out. Like, you leave the Cape and the seas were 22 and 25 feet. Rolling sea. The guy, the captain, I forgot his name. I have it written down in a journal somewhere. The captain, we leave We leave the we leave the channel. We go out for a while. It's like getting dark. The captain sets the autopilot out to the ocean like that. And he goes, get some rest. It's dark. It's dark out. It's like somebody should be on watch. The boat is going like this. This is a 60-something foot boat. The boat's going up and the boat's going down. And the boat's going up. And I said to the captain, I said, somebody should be on watch. He goes, what are you going to be looking for? I said, I don't know. Maybe there'll be a log or a crane mat or something out there. He goes, dude, this isn't Howard Beach. It's the ocean. You're in the ocean now. Get used to it. But now, normally when I was out on the ocean, I'd be out on an 85 or 125, 135-foot tugboat. This is just a little fiberglass boat. You hit a crane mat 100 miles offshore, you're in the thick of it. We don't have dry suits that I knew about. So here's me. I go up on top of a tower, I strap myself in, and I'm like this. Like I'm looking for a crane mat or a log with the searchlight, like this, all night. Captain came out, he's looking for me, thought I went overboard. He goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking for a log. And he goes, there's no logs out here, Fazio. Go to sleep. You're going to be cutting bait all morning. And cutting bait is their way of saying you got to prep. We're going to have to prep the lines. We got bait. We're going to go for mackerel, king mackerel, and mahi-mahi. If we catch a mahi-mahi, we hit it off big. But we're going basically for king mackerel. The king mackerel are about 2.5 feet long. And I said, what about a ship? He goes, there's no ships out here. It's not the shipping lane. I eventually did go to sleep, and we got to where we were. And in the morning, we were catching mackerel like you see in the movies. I didn't even get a chance to hump any mackerel. They call the poles that we were using Cape Hatteras Hoovers, or Cape Hatteras Heavers, Heavers, Cape Hatteras Heavers, for catching striped bass and mackerel. It's a 12-foot long pole. You throw it in the water, the bait. The bait hits the water and you got something. Same thing when we went for stripers. But there's a limit for stripers, 50 stripers a day per boat. So we would have to drop our catch off. Somebody else would sign for it and go back. And we went back and forth for 3 days. Back and forth all day, day and night, night and day for catching stripers. So now off Cape Hatteras, let me read the comments. Yes, I don't know why Cape Horn, I don't remember. 22-foot waves. Well, it's the ocean, and it's January. It's winter weather. So Cape Hatteras. So let's say you get out of the Cape Hatteras Inlet towards the ocean, okay? Now you go out, and now you're coming back, and the tide, you may have drifted, I don't know, a couple of miles off your point of origin, and you come back, right? And now you can see the beach. You can have a boat. The boat I was on had like a 2-meter, 6-foot draft. The beach can be right here. Like, there's the beach. And the boat can be 10 feet away from the beach. Because the bank of the beach goes like this, almost straight down. How it stays like that, I don't know. It's an amazing thing. And anybody who knows Cape Hatteras will tell you, come on here and tell you I'm telling the truth. So for that whole stretch of beach into Cape Hatteras Inlet or out, you can be 10 feet away from the bank of the sand, and you're in deep water. So we went out and we caught, there was no, this is 1998. I don't know what the rules are now. This captain had a way around every rule. He would radio ahead for a workboat, like a 26-foot flats boat with 150 horse Evinrude on it. That boat would come out a couple of miles offshore, and we'd be loading fish in the middle of the night onto the boat. And we would load enough fish that he could claim title to a certain amount of stripers or whatever else we were catching. And then we could also have, we only allowed 50 stripers, but they're 25-pound stripers. They're not small stripers. They're maximum size. I wouldn't need a 25-pound striper. Even if you gave it to me, I wouldn't need it because they're full of mercury. But that's what you're allowed to catch. I don't know why. But I had a blast in Cape Hatteras, man. I had a lot of fun. I got to fish on 2 different boats. I was going to fish on the Miss Hatteras with Walt. Walt was a fisherman, but I never got it. Instead of going fishing, you could see me in one of my videos telling Walt, come on, let's go to church. He said, we're going fishing, Fazio. You want to come? I go, they're going to do a hands-on ceremony today. I want to try that out. So Walt, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Walt, Captain Walt, he goes, okay, and he cracks open a beer. We're going fishing. 7 o'clock in the morning. And I guess they went fishing. I went to do a hands-on ceremony at the Baptist, I don't know what kind of church it was, but this preacher, he put his hands on people's heads and they were going around and speaking in tongues and flapping their arms around, Jesus this and Jesus that. I'm going, Jesus Christ, they can't be serious. So he did it to me. He put his hands on my head and he goes for like that, for the extra oomph. And they pushed down hard on your head. His hands were very hot, but nothing happened. I don't get that laying on hands things. Doesn't happen to me so easy. And I can't be hypnotized. So I've had one of the world's most professional hypnotists that hypnotizes the whole audience, had me up on stage. He tried for about a minute and a half to get me into that hypnotized stage. And he said beforehand, he goes, if I tap you on the shoulder like that, just go sit in one of the chairs. You can't be hypnotized. So thanks, Timothy Starr. Well, I go to the doctor. The doctor knows all about the water fast. I didn't have to explain anything to him at all. Nothing. I told him I'm going to do a water fast. He goes, okay. How long? I told him 100 days or 100 pounds. He goes, check back in 2 weeks. On day 17, I checked in. Then I went back on like day 26, which was yesterday. But I had been back there once before, just to weigh myself. And the doctors were not in, my regular doctor, but the doctor that was on duty, he knows about the fast. He looked at my chart, asked me a few questions, because my doctors were doing surgery, the doctors that normally see me, that know me. So he asked me, they did the blood pressure, and he said, go ahead, carry on. So basically on the blood pressure, I went down from 185 to 145, 40 points on the systolic with no medicine, and 185, I was taking medicine for blood pressure. 185, I was taking Latham. And then from 139 in the systolic, I went down to 100. So I lost 39 points on the low end and 40 points on the high end. And I'm not taking any medicine. So I have NANI's portrait, lotto retirement, that you're here, being that you contributed. Are you still here, lotto retirement? I will show it to you because you were a major contributor, monetarily wise, to NANI. Just give me any comment and I'll show it to you. Okay, all right, so let me open this up. Came out beautiful. Came out beautiful. Lotto retirement contributed heavily to the NANI Portrait Fund, and I think it's only fair to show them how it came out. So I went to the Aldea photo. They said the photo was done about a week ago, and it was. It's in here. I'll show that to you in a minute. Then I picked out a frame at Aldea Photo, and the cost of the frame was 750 pesos, which was a good $14 for these little frames. I thought it was a good price. I mean, you know, in today's world, considering their overhead and everything, I thought it was a relatively good price. And I said, look, okay, go ahead, put it on there. And I gave them their deposit. Well, no deposit. You pay for it up front. And I said, but have it ready. And then they sent me a message that it was ready 2 days ago. And then when I went there yesterday, it wasn't ready. So I got my money back, and I went to ICM. They had frames like this for about the same price. And then I went to BQ Mall. And then I had a lot of bananas when I came back from the ICM, and also calamansi, and also a few other things. So I had like 7 kilos of stuff to carry around. I didn't want to carry a frame around too. I said, I'll just get one at BQ. I know they sell them there. So I picked this up at BQ, and this frame is what the frame is going to look like. Okay? And then this is the picture, but I can't show you NANIs. They don't want the faces of the family in the picture. So to the subscribers that donated for the picture, thank you very much. My promise to my subscribers to use the money for that, $100. Well, I guess in today's world, in America, $100 would be a reasonable price. So I can take this out like this. Then I have to go like this. The quality of the portrait is excellent. It's called a matte, M-A-T-T finish. It's like a semi-gloss. Hold on a minute. We have some stuff going on here. If I could just grab this and flip it around. Okay. So this is the portrait of the whole family. The 3 sons, the daughter, and one of the grandchildren. And this is a 12-inch by 18-inch portrait. Yeah, 12 by 18. That was a good, and it was just under 3 megabytes. because I took this on December 28th on NANI's, January 28th, I think, is NANI's birthday. And it was not a high-res picture. It was just a low-res picture, 3 megapixels. So, NANI is the lady in the green there. So the monies collected went to the portrait as I promised, and then came out really, really nice. I don't know that I'll give it to her today. I might do one more thing with this. I have to put it in the frame. So thanks everybody that donated. Appreciate that. So I don't have to give it to them today. Maybe tomorrow's Sunday, if the family is there, I'll bring it over. Sometimes the family comes on Sunday, but always 1 or 2 sons are there. Not the daughter. The daughter, she's a busy woman. Her husband and her do a lot of traveling, so I don't even know if she's in the Philippines. She was not here for the fiesta. So the 12 by 18 picture by itself was 800 pesos, or about $15. Lotto. Yes. I don't know what that would cost in America, but I think it would cost a lot more than $15. I think. I could be wrong. Now, I will tell you, I went to Aldea Photos. Now, they probably sent it out to a studio that I could have went to, but I wasn't going to go prancing around the city. That place is very conveniently located a block away from the BQ Mall, and you hand them you hand them your cell phone. They have all the necessary tools to get the picture from your cell phone. They Bluetooth it to their computer, then their computer shows it to you on the screen. They crop it right there for you on the screen while you're sitting there. The whole process takes less than 5 minutes. They push a button. That's what you want. That's what you'll get in 7 days. And it was like 6 days before it came back. To go to look to 2 or 3 photography shops, and then to wait, I wouldn't do that. And I don't even know that there are other places. I don't know of another photo studio in Tagbilaran City. There must be probably 5, but I don't know of any, so I wouldn't go there. So let's see what else I did yesterday. I did a lot of walking. Oh, I did the video of the vegetable market. What I want to do one day is the whole market, everything. There's probably 400 stores and shops in the building across the street from the ICM Mall. They sell everything from brooms to what you put the debris in, dust pans. They sell the platters that you put the hogs on. They sell clay fire hearths to cook for cooking. They make them now out of also rebar. They also make them out of old gas tanks, like propane tanks. They cut them in half. They have grills for them. They sell rope. They sell tarpaulin. They sell hog food, chicken food, goat food, rice, beans, corn, everything. Billy Jack, Captain Billy Jack. Hey, how you doing? Yes, long time. I was just showing the people the portrait that I had for Nani. I'll show it to you in case you just got here. The portrait that I collected Super Chat for last week came out beautiful. But they don't want to be in the, they don't want their faces. The child is okay, but they don't want their faces in there. It's a 12 by 18-inch photograph. Nana is the lady in the middle with the green dress. And then there's the three sons, the one grandchild, another grandchild is in his 20s. He was not in that picture. Then the daughter. So that was done. I thought it was a good price at 15 US dollars, 800 pesos. And then I picked up this frame for it, and I will be giving that to Nana tomorrow, Sunday. They have a little bit of foods on Sunday with the family. Sometimes 3 or 4. The two sons come over with the grandchild around 4 o'clock, and they have a little bit of food they share with each other. I think I'll do that tomorrow. I won't do it today. Today I have something else planned. So thank you for stopping by, Captain Billy Jack. That lady stole Alo's watch. That lady, she's such a nice lady. She would not do. Mick Fisher. Did you see the portrait? Mick Fisher. Well, with Mick Fisher, we got to get the pot. Mick Fisher gets a free bang on the pot every time. Every time. We don't forget what Mick Fisher did. We don't forget that so easy. Mick Fisher is one of those Sigma male entities on YouTube. I could only qualify possibly to be an alpha male, but Mick Fisher, no. Mick Fisher is a Sigma male. He travels around the Philippines. Thank you, Mick Fisher, and you know why. Hopefully, we'll have foods together in October. By then I'll be down, best estimate, I'll be down 65 to 70 pounds from where I started, which would bring me to about 200 pounds. The last time I was 200 pounds was in 1996 when I took the test for the Florida Marine Patrol. That was the last time I weighed 200 pounds. So did you see the portrait that we had? Oh, Mick Fisher was... we have to show. I have to dry off my hands. I don't know how they got wet. From the pot. I cleaned the pot yesterday. It had dust in it. My pot hath dust in it. So this is the portrait, Mick Fisher. Let's get this over here. This is the grandson. Nanai is in the green dress. And then on flanking Nanai left and right are her three sons. The barangay captain is the one in brown, I believe. And then we have Nanai, the grandchild, and the daughter of Nanai also. So this is done. And they did not have they did not have it in the frame. They said to come in to the city on Thursday. The portrait is done. The picture's done, and it's in the frame. And when I got there yesterday, it wasn't in the frame. They said there was a problem. So I went and got a frame for the picture. I found, whoa, yellow. Whoa. I see yellow. Looks good, says Mick Fisher. I went and got a frame. Now, I'm going to tell anybody that wants to know, Aldea Photo, I would never say to go anywhere else but Aldea Photo for the pictures, because they have the computer, the graphics, crop it, change the color, and then all that takes place in 5 minutes with a professional technician. But the frames they had there were high quality frames for 750 pesos. So that's $15. So I said, well, okay, you put the picture in the frame, and I paid for that. And then when I got there and it wasn't in the frame, they told me, just come back tomorrow. I said, no. You know what? You give me back the money, which they did right away, because I have the text in my phone come in, the picture, your frame is done. Well, I don't know what they meant, the frame is done, but it wasn't done. So they gave me back the money. I had to go to ICM anyway to pick up oranges or bananas in this case. I had to pay the electric bill, whatever, all the billing. I also told them to ping my modem because I'm having a lot of problems with my modem. And they did that. They sent out a request to Globe. And then I got a refund. Then I went to ICM, and they had frames there for about the same price as Aldea, about the same quality. And then, believe it or not, this little frame was almost the same quality as the one at Aldea Photo, and they had it on sale for 30% off. It's a deal. So I bought this. Such a deal. Let's bang a pot. Captain Billy Jack, he's in the house. Captain, I do believe that Captain Billy Jack is ETP. I do believe he is expat trash, because you notice how he keeps a low profile. Notice that. And he pops up at the most bizarre times on Alo's show. No, I'm not going to paint the frame yellow, but I thought about it. I went out, I got a yellow oil-based pen. I might highlight it a little bit, like where the swirls in the corners, on the corners, I'll like highlight them like Egyptian hieroglyphics with this oil-based pen. I'm really going to do it. I'll show it to you before I finish the product. I'm going to touch up the frame with the little yellow, because they all love that stuff, that kind of dry humor. Yads Amodia, the troublemakers are here. Hello, Yads. Good afternoon. Good morning. Yes, of course you will. Of course I will. If I say we're going to give it a little, I call it, when I don't paint the whole item, I call it brightening it up a little bit, to brighten it up. I'll just brighten it up. Let me show you how this works. But then we'll bang the pot, because we have priorities here. Here, see this everyday spoon? Okay? You can take this everyday spoon, and you take this like this. I'll put the old glasses on. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Captain Billy Jack is going to appreciate this. I'm just brightening up the spoon. I'm not actually painting the spoon. Oh, yeah. Oh, this was worth the super chat. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. When he sees this, when Captain Billy Jack sees what I'm doing to this spoon, he's going to go, that was the best super chat investment ever. Oh, yeah. Oh, Captain Billy Jack, I made you famous. I made you famous. Look at this. He's famous now, baby. Captain Billy Jack on the world's most famous pot-banging spoon. Captain Billy Jack. Salamat. I can't bang it yet because the paint will run down the side. I gotta wait for it's alcohol based. Captain Billy Jack. I could probably give it a little. I'll give it a little ding ding, little ding. Captain Billy Jack, thank you so much. Captain, we could go in sideways. Captain Billy Jack, he slips it in sideways. He's also a flyer of drones. He knows about connecting phones. Hey, Captain Billy Jack, while I got you here, all kidding aside, my iPhone 13 that connects to my Air 2S drone. Does that? Okay, where I live, I only have 2 towers. And I've always flown the drone with a load in the phone and started out at waypoint 0. When I turn the phone on at my house, I'm at, okay, Emoji of Logs. I will check my messenger. Thank you. You know what I was accused of, Emoji of Logs? I was accused of kissing your ass for views. That I somehow went to your channel and coerced you to come to my channel. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, so my question to Captain Billy Jack or any other flyer of drones, does the phone have to have a load in the phone in order to fly the phone? The heck, they say. These people are crazy. So Captain Billy Jack can answer that. Well, now we'll sing a song. Captain Billy Jack, he sent money to the man that lives in a shack. He must be insane to give that man money. The man will take the money and use it for something else. He'll take your money and spend it on Zelch, whatever Zelch is. Zelch is like Zilch, Zippo. He'll put that money into a bottle of rum. He'll buy cigarettes and he'll act really dumb. Captain Billy Jack, I assure you, you know that will never happen. I don't drink anymore or any less in 2 years, in 2.5 years. It's now, Captain Billy Jack. I haven't had a cigarette in like 630 days either. So no cigarettes in 2.5 years and no alcohol in 3 years, except for Christmas with Scott. Oof, we got hammered. Hammered, I tell you. Scott and I on Skype for like 4 hours. I drank a bottle of some kind of blue banana stuff. I don't know what it was. Bubblegum. And Scott was drinking something, I forgot, and we got frickin' hammered. All right, let me read the comments, because Then thank you, Captain Billy Jack. Captain Billy Jack got a place in history now, baby. He's on the spoon. Maybe I should sell slots on the spoon. Okay, so 3 rings for Mick Fisher. 3 more rings. Ring-a-ding-ding, Mick Fisher. 1 ring-a-ding, 2 ring-a-ding, 3 ring-a-dings for Mick Fisher, Yad Zamodia, and Nico and I are trying to put some days together. I will go off my fast. And now I also want to give you guys an option. Either we could go out on a boat, but if you people are not boat people, then I would suggest no. I suggest we go to the Lobach River Cruise, where they have food. And I'll give you Lobok, L-O-B-O-K, or L-O-B-O-C, Lobok River Cruise. That is what I would prefer to do with everybody, because that is 10 plus shows of Filipino dancers, singers, and musicians on a riverboat, on a river cruise for just under 2 hours. Plus, the cruise does not open up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's underneath a tarpaulin on the boat, and it's all fresh barbecued food. And the food was, the food was great. The food was great. I loved that cruise. So that's what I'd like to do. All right, let's no, the lady did not steal Alo's watch. Mick Fisher says it looks good. Thank you. All the troublemakers are here. Yad Zamodia. Thank you. Hello, Michael. Hello, good morning, Yad Zamodia. I might be one, says Jack Thompson. Good morning, Jack. Jack Thompson rocks. Jack Thompson was stirring up stuff on my channel yesterday, telling me that's what other people were saying on their channels. Jack, you're a pot stirrer. The eagle has landed. The teacher, LOL, says Mick Fisher. The eagle has, ding, ding, ding. LOL, Mick Fisher hasn't taken off yesterday from Yad's Amodia. I thought that was too fast. I'm missing something. Gilk is killing it. Okay, so I am missing something. It's an inside joke. That's my, where's my spoon? Jeez, it's dry now. Look at this. Captain Billy Jack, $10. He got a place on the spoon. There's not a lot of places. The spoon will definitely be a mouthful when you're off your water diet, says Jack Thompson. I am looking so forward to my first hamburger. Captain Billy Jack. Yads is having fun, says Jack Thompson. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Yads. Thank you for stopping by. Flying Circus is putting videos out of, we can call Flying Circus the other side of YouTube now. Okay, so there's no answer to whether I can fly with or without a load. I can fly without a load in the phone, but I sent it up a few weeks ago. Without a load in the phone, Aloe said you could do it, but you know how Aloe is. And I don't know what happened. I lost it in the sun, and it was gone. And then I could see leaves like this, palm tree leaves fluttering in the wind. And there's a lot of 75-foot trees where I live. So I was looking around, and I could not find it. And then it did like that. And then it fell down into the dirt. and you could see the sand. So now, where is it? That drone travels at 32 miles an hour. It could have been anywhere. And Rex found it and brought it over to me, and I gave him a little reward for that. I still have something else I want to give him. So, does anybody know whether you could fly the drone? Now, I only have 2 towers to bounce off of here. But I've flown before off those 2 towers, but with a load. Do I need a load? If I keep the screen with the map, do I need a load? Captain Billy Jack. Okay, well, Samsung doesn't work with the Air 2S. Okay, so there's no definitive answer. I guess I could go to one of those sites where the men have drones. I've flown it. So that day, it had a load in it. That day, it definitely... No, that day, it did not have a load in it. That was the day that Aloe said. And you know what good Aloe's word is. Not so good. I heard Aloe... I heard the last 15 minutes of Aloe's live stream yesterday. And I was falling asleep. I had a long day in the city. All right, Captain Billy Jack. Well, thank you very much. Let's bang a pot with Captain Billy Jack. Now, forever. Captain Billy Jack is on my spoon. Captain Billy Jack is now with Fazio in Fazio's shack. Captain Billy Jack. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Captain Billy Jack. Salamat. So, let's see what we got here. We have Red Horse Adventures. Bad. I had mine fly off, recovered it. DJI claimed wind conditions had nothing to do with it, but I know it did and sold it. Let me tell you how strong. What happens where I am, Red Horse Adventures, when I flew that drone up, my intention was to go up 700 to 1,000 feet up. At ground level, the wind was tolerable. No, 5 knots, maybe. But when it went up, I don't know what the wind was, but if the wind grabbed it, it pushed it eastward along the beach, but on the beach. It pushed it 250 feet in a matter of seconds. Because I am very careful with the controls. I pushed it up, but I didn't push it sideways. So the wind shear took it 250 feet, and luckily it hit a tree. It could have landed in anywhere. It could have landed in the grass, and no one would have seen it. And the men on the beach saw it, and I gave them, where their food places, I gave them a little reward. I guess I bought everybody a cup of soup or something. Yes, the wind shear took it. And once I flew it up, this is drone talk now. Once I flew it up, it didn't even go up. It was at 100 feet maximum, and it tells you, but that day it did not. It tells you, return to home immediately. Wind conditions are not good for flying the drone. And then you push the return to home button. But it didn't even do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been reluctant to fly it. I fly it now for the kids. They like to watch the drone, but I don't bring it up much more than 20 feet. I'm going to do I'm going to walk around the farmer's market and give you an aerial view of the farmer's market. Not inside, outside. And then I'll do the whole inside of the farmer's market all at once. I'll try to live stream it, but inside there is not such good reception. Hey, DNC. Thanks for stopping by. DNC. The picture, DNC. The portrait is done. Let me show it to you. I'm reluctant to keep showing this picture. It's going to get bent. I know it's going to get bent. And I really don't want it to get bent. I don't want to bend this picture. Here's the portrait, DNC. That's the three brothers, the daughter, and Nani is in the green dress. Came out really nice. It's a matte finish, M-A-T-T, like a silk finish, they call that. And when I went there yesterday, they said it was supposed to be in a frame, but the frame was not. The picture was not in the frame. I don't know why. And I don't even think they do it at Aldea Photo. I'm not even sure. I don't even know. I didn't even ask. I says, how come the picture's not in the frame? There was a problem. I says, okay, here's the receipt. Please return my money. No problem. They gave it right back. I had gone to ICM. I looked there. They had frames. And BQ had frames for a little less, 30%. The frames were the same price, but they had a discount, 30% off. Last week they were close to the same price for the same frame. So yesterday they had a 30% off for whatever reason, and I took that. So thanks for helping out with Nani's picture, DNC. So I want to DJI Captain Billy Jack says, DJI never answered me. Said it was the wind and the iPhone battery died before I could GPS the location. Yeah, well, somebody said there's buttons you could buy from DJI, a couple of buttons for $50, tags, GPS tags. Before I start flying the drone again, I'm definitely going to buy those tags. It's worth a $50 investment. So let's talk about my next diet that I start in just 2 days. Okay, it's a possibility that we're going to stop eating. Oh, that's all done. And then I'm going to stop drinking water, too. No more water and no more food. Now, there's a guy doing this for 60 years. He's called the Breathable Man. The longest breather. But the name of that guy is up here somewhere. The world's longest breatharian. Breatharian. So let's go here. Over here. Get this up on the screen. I'm going to try this for like 72 hours. No water. What's going on here? Hold on a minute. Something's going on here. I got to start shutting some of this stuff down. All right, let's get this one out of here. I open up Windows. Here we are. I got to close 5 windows. They took there was a video up of Oprah and The Rock begging for money on the Jim Dore show for Maui. They took it down. They're not allowing people to talk about Oprah Winfrey begging for money. And she's the one that's been buying up the property. Okay, here we are. Man hasn't eaten. Now look at this guy. If he doesn't look like a picture of health, he's at the 20-second mark, I think. Watch this guy's face. He looks like a picture of health, yeah? Not yet. Not yet. They got a really good picture of him. Was that the 7-minute mark? There was another one. There, oh, there he is, right there. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He looks like he just came out of an athletic competition for, like a running marathon. Eyes crisp, clear skin. 70 years. He don't eat food and he doesn't drink water. I'm going to try that diet next. I'll give you the link for this in the description box. Right now, I'm going to copy that. He's called a breatharian. Now, I think I'm going to try that next because I always wanted to do that, It's like it's on my bucket list. Stop eating, stop drinking, and then water, and then look at all the money and the time you could save by doing that. You could save a fortune. This is not only good, it's good for your bank account as well. This is a breather. This is the breather. This is an actual mouth breather. And then he does a lot of meditation too. So when I do that part right there, I'll be looking like this. I'll be like this. I'll have the Captain Billy Jack spoon. The Captain Billy Jack. Now that's ass kissing, dude. Ass kissing is to put the name of one of your subscribers on your silver spoon. That is ass kissing. That's getting your nose right up there. So I'll be like this. I no longer eat food. I no longer drink water. I'm a breatharian from Bahal. Let's see how long I can do this. A breatharian is a real thing. A man who doesn't drink water or anything. He doesn't eat food. He doesn't drink water. He gets his nutrients from the air. Now, this guy, this breatharian, he was in the hospital back in 15 years ago for 10 days under doctor supervision. It's in this video. It's in the video I just gave you. 10 days, they monitor him before. 2 cameras on him at all day and night. Guards changed every 6 hours so no one would fall asleep. For 10 days, he never drank anything and he never excreted anything, ever. And then they checked his vitals every day. They were normal before he started, like for a normal person his age, and they were normal when he was done. So if he can do it, why can't I do it? Why can't I just stop drinking water and eating? I don't see any real significant reason. If he did it, it should be doable, okay? Just like the guy who fasted for 100 days on water only. That was my original goal. But sometimes the goalposts change. Like if I would have collected money for the portrait and told you that the portrait I was going to get was a big one, like a 12 by 18, and then I got a 5 by 7, and then put Scotch tape on the lady's wall, I would have scammed you people for the portrait money. And there's nothing you could do about it, because once you put that money in my bank account, I could do whatever I want. And if you don't believe me, hundreds of people on YouTube do that. I remember there's a guy in lockup now. Don't know how much money was collected for him. People said the money that was collected wasn't used for its intended purpose. No, you can't say that. You don't, unless that guy had a contract with the other guy with a written agreement that you have to show me what was collected and what you used it for. The guy could collect the money and give him 2% or nothing. There's no legal and binding contract to where the money has to go, and lots of people do that. I know it's not a dive, it's starving. It's starving. Yeah, but that guy looks healthy like a bull. I thought it was Sylvester Stallone there for a while, that guy. I got a better picture of him. Let me get his face up, a front view. This guy he's a handsome dude. The breather. This guy. I'm gonna find you the picture. Here he is. Here's a better picture. No. No, that's not it. That's not it. There's a picture of his face in the first 10 seconds. Of one of these segments. I'll find it. I'm looking. I'm looking now. Here it is. At 1:20 in the video. Look at this. Does this guy look like the picture of health? I would have screenshot that. This guy he's got the perfect eyebrows. He's got the minimal wrinkles, the right color skin. This guy is, no, man, if I could look like that when I'm his age, I'd be a happy man. So let's get that, let's try to get that thought out of your mind there for a little bit there. I can't screenshot and it won't help me. Okay. I can't open up Yahoo Mail on my computer. I can open it up on my phone. My computer won't update. I have no idea why that won't happen. None at all. I'm really upset about that too. I've been trying to open up Yahoo Mail and Skype on my computer for 4 days now. It won't open. On my cell phone, no problem. But not on my... Okay, so let's do that with that guy. We're going to put this in the description box. That man, the breatharian. There are other people that have done this. Oh, man. Okay, wait. Oh, I went too far. Now I lost it because I screenshotted that other thing. Let's see what happens. It ends at H. It won't go. Okay, I got to go back to that video. Right there. I got to cut that. Go back to my channel. Well, this is hard work here. Back to my channel. Let's shut this off. But no, this is not it either. Where are we? Day 22, carrying for 100 days. Portrait debut. Okay, well, this is it. Why am I, oh, it's a different, okay, I know why, because I have two windows open with the same. It's not easy sharing, copying links. Okay, so that's one possible diet. I'll go back to the comments now. Put the name on the DOD. I saw that before my screen went blank. That's possible, too, because we're having really bad internet this week. Why I don't... Well, let me tell you. I'll say it again. Every day for 2 weeks, Google is changing stuff. Everything. The way your YouTube page looks. What's in your YouTube page. Options in your YouTube... if Google changes the options in a YouTube page, it's changing options in Facebook, Patreon, Google, across the board. It has to change trillions of programs across the board. That's why the computers are not working so good this week. And then, now there's one more. One more. Man avoids drinking water. This is a good one. Yeah, Now, there's one guy that he eats food but doesn't drink water. There's a lot of crazy people out there. Thank God I am not crazy like these people. There's some really crazy people out there. I'm not even kidding about that. Aris Latham avoids drinking water for 40 years and remains healthy. But that's more of a clickbait thing. That's clickbait. This whole video is clickbait. I'll give you the link anyway. But to me, it's clickbait because, first of all, I don't believe it. Because it says he's not drinking water. And that's true. He says he's not drinking water. Let's copy this. Let's put this in the description box. This is all going to be in the pinned comment. Of my video when the video posts as when it's done. Okay, so now this guy doesn't drink water. But like I said, I'm telling you it's clickbait because he drinks coconut juice and he drinks papaya juice and stuff like that. Now, one thing I will give him is he climbs the trees himself. That's probably something I won't be doing anytime soon. So here's the guy. Hey, Scott Del Fuego. Here's the guy. How old he is, in his 60s or 70s. And then now he's going to climb a tree. He climbs up these 60 and 70-foot trees, throws down a couple of coconuts, and then he drinks the juice from coconut juice. And coconut juice is really healthy for you also. Then they come down and he cuts the top off and he puts a straw in them. That's how he makes a living too, selling coconuts. I don't know that I'm going to do that though. I don't know. I think I'll just stop with the water and stop with the food, stop buying distilled water and save like 50 cents a day on water. And I could say in the 200 pesos, with 300 pesos a day I'm saving on meat. Every $7 a day I could save on food alone, food and water. But at the end of $7, let's say I save $5 a day, $35 a week. 10 weeks, $350. 5 times that, $1,750 in 50 weeks. Plus add a little bit more for 52. Maybe I'll go off my diet for those 2 weeks. I could save $1,750 a year on food. If I stop drinking water, distilled water, and food, I could save $1,750. Those numbers are right, by the way. I did them inside my head. My head is becoming clear. I'll do it slow for you. $5 a day times 7 days, $35. Now, how do you get to 50 weeks? You take that $35 and you times it by 10. $350 for 10 days. Excuse me. $35 a week, 10 weeks, $350. Then times 350 times 5, you take 5 times 300, that's 1,500. 5 times 50 is 250. You take 1,500, add it to the 250, that's $1,750. Plus 70 more if you go the whole year. So that would be $1,820 in 1 year. If I stop eating food and water for 1 year, I can save $1,820. Who needs Super Chat? If you can save $1,800 a year on food, I could do away with my Super Chat button, or I could take that Super Chat button and I could buy, I could go on vacation with money. I could buy the GPS coordinate chips for my drone. I could buy more pictures of people that I know. Oh, by the way, the person I was supposed to meet yesterday, I told them 8:30 I'm leaving if you're not there. No text. They didn't text and they didn't call. I left. They never did text or call. That's what you get when you meet somebody and you talk to them. That's kind of like the guy who borrowed money from me last November 19th. I'll be back on Sunday. It was a Thursday. He never came back. Then in January, he stopped by and says, I'll see you later. And I've never seen him since. It's not like I wanted anything from the people I was going to meet, the person I was going to meet yesterday. They just didn't show up. No text, no nothing. And, oh, I did see that. I can't tell you that story. Yeah, Scott, after the show, I'll call you up and tell you who I saw yesterday. The guy walked up to me like, hey, how you doing? Amigo, because he's a local guy from here. Remember there was, well, I can't even tell you the story, but Scott knows. Junior, let's just call him Junior. Junior, I saw Junior in the city yesterday. It was an interesting conversation. So let's go back to the comments section over here. Fazio has the iron will to go without food and water. It's more than that, Scott. Iron will has a lot to do with it, but saving $35 a week, week after week, week after week, year after year after year after week after week after month, $1,820 a year. Imagine. $1,820 a year. ET travel free. Well, you saw that. You're the fish tank man. I signed up for your fish tank videos. It was very nice. I love the aquariums. Your aquarium is my aquarium was the comment that you left. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. So, ET Travel Freely has videos about aquariums, fish tanks, and things of natural beauty. We could get his link up here. Let's go to his channel. Now he lives, I believe he lives in Thailand. I'm not sure, pretty sure. He doesn't live in the Philippines, though, from what I remember. Oh, well, anyway, that's his channel. Here's his channel. Malaysia, right. You were talking about the food in Malaysia yesterday. There's his channel link if you want to watch videos on foods of Malaysia, breads, foods, and fish. He's big into fish ponds. There you go. So let's watch a little bit more of my fish tank video in my Tuna Kahuna special. So this is the fish tank when you first walk in through the side entrance. It's not the first thing you see. It's the first thing you notice. And I don't know, that there's probably 100. Now, me personally, you see these crabs here? I wouldn't eat these. I would eat them, yeah. But no way would we be allowed to catch and keep this size crab in America. There's no way. That's like, that would not be allowed. And the blue claw crabs are the same thing. They catch the blue claw crabs the same size and bigger, but we have to have, I think it's 6 3/4 inches point to point, or you get a major fine. Now, when we were kids, we used to go out and catch 1,000 pounds of blue claw crabs, but we did not keep any pregnant females with the eggs, and we did not keep anything less than 6.5 inches point to point. Because by the time you cook them and clean them, there's not enough meat in these small little crabs. See these small crabs like this? There might be 1.5 ounces of meat. It could take you an hour with picks to get the meat out of there. The blue claws we caught in America, where I lived in season, were 8.5 inches. That's as big as they get. Most of them were 6.5, 6.25 inches. But the small ones like this, if we kept them, my dad would take a flat tray, big flat tray, and put down Del Monte or Del Monte marinara sauce on the bottom of the tray, and he had fresh basil from the garden, and he'd clean the crabs, take the guts out, and put the crabs in the marinara sauce with the basil, salt, pepper, and crushed garlic mixed in with the sauce, and he'd put it in the cavity of the crab and then he'd bake those for like 45 minutes. Then it was the flavor. The reason we were going for the crabs was the flavor from the crab, and crack the claws, crack all the claws. Then we would be having the flavor in the marinara sauce. But you could eat the meat out of it as well. But to have a hard-boiled crab that size and to get the meat out of it could take you half an hour if you're try to get, you'd be old by the time. We'd put newspaper, Long Island Press or Daily News, all over the whole table. And then the big crabs would be boiled with butter and lemon and garlic sauce. Butter and always keep the lemon separate from the butter. Hot butter, make sure you stir it. And then the lemon you squeeze on as you eat the meat. And the whole table would be full of paper. And then you could crack the crab with the crab cracker or smash it with the hammer. And then when you're done, take the plates, stump everything that's on the plates into a bag, paper bag, because that's what we had then, paper bags, and then just roll up the newspaper into a big ball, put that in another paper bag, and we just walk it over to the bridge and throw it off the bridge, and that would be food for crabs or fish. Just throw it right in the water, paper and all. And we would eat. We could go out and catch 1,000 crabs this big in a night. Jacking, they call it, jacking, with a light on the front of it. 1,000 crabs. We would sink the boat with crabs. It was like an imitation Boston whaler. The water would be like this far away from the gunwale. But the boat floated even if it was sunk. But we kept it high enough so the motor didn't get wet. Thousands of crabs we would catch. God. And there was no limit. Oh, that was fun. And then there'd be we had an eel spear in case they had the occasional eel. So this is the fish market. Let's go through here. There's big squid here somewhere too. I don't know what kind of fish that was. The lady told me, it's in the video, in her language. Now these prawns, these are all prawns that are caught in private ponds. I would not eat those anymore. I've read a lot about the prawns that are in the nurseries. There's thousands of acres of prawn farms around the Philippines. These are shrimp. There are prawns coming up somewhere. And they're supposed to have a lot of bacteria. And I don't know what kind of fish that is. I can't. I'm having trouble here. Hold on a minute. This the light here is interfering. I hope that's better. Not much. Okay. Let's look for that big shrimp. There's a huge. I don't know the names of only about 6 or 7 fish. This is called a needlefish, because you could see the little needle there, or it could be baby marlin for all I know. I'm not real sure. I'm taking a guess here. Now that was definitely a tuna fish. Yeah, the commercial, after I read about how where the prawn farm it's in the name of this business. They have their own prawn farms. I've never been back there. I've not been back there because their bathrooms smell like urine. That's why I've not been back there. But then after I read about the bacteria in the fish. Now this was, they gave me a different name. I don't know what it is in America. And that's $4.50. That's $9 a kilo for that fish. Now, I don't know what kind of fish it is. And there's more fish. I'm looking for the big squids. There's the dried fish. There's about 5 stores that sell dried fish. Now this is how they market their dried fish. They stack them. And these fish are filleted and gutted before they dry them. The small ones, no. They're not the little spearing type. These ones here, in that round bin, and the milkfish, they don't gut those. They don't clean them. You eat the insides and everything, the heart, the liver. These here, if you asked me what kind of fish I would eat, This is what I would eat. These bait fish. Or the fillet of the big fish. But to buy a fish and for me to gut it, I don't have enough water here to clean a fish. And there's not enough water to clean fish. You could use 30 or 40 gallons to clean a fish, between cleaning the fish guts, and then I have no place. It's going to go all over, so it would make a mess. You take this, you dip them in, egg batter, scrambled egg batter, like, just batter. Then you dip them in flour. Then you dip them in batter. Then you dip them in breadcrumbs. And you make a hamburger patty out of this. I like this. I like the milkfish the same way. Batter, eggs, breadcrumbs. I like them like that also. The dried fish. I'm not much. I grew up having all the fresh fish anybody could ever ask for. And I think those are milkfish that are just freshly caught. I don't know what kind of fish that is. Taking a guess here. This is the tuna kahuna special. It'll be on tomorrow. I'm looking for the giant squid. I don't know if I'm going to find it. There's a squid. Oh, those are snails. Now, to me, this is also what you make soups out of. The snails. I like this. Escargot kind of a thing, like a French thing. So you boil this in a broth, and then the snails come out of the shells, and they make like a snail soup out of that. Here's one squid right there. And you can't see it right here. The whole tray is one squid. But that's not a big one. We have bigger. We have much bigger. And they sell these fish fresh off the back of a tricycle. The guy comes in the morning early. Daisy used to get a kilo, make fish for the week. She liked them as much as I did. Or vice versa. I don't know where the big squid went. They also have fresh, bigger snails and clams. And there's a big octopus leg there, but a big squid. And this is the funniest part of the video. I had this guy in tears, this guy. What kind of fish is this? And they all looked at me. No, sir, that's not a fish. Is it a clam? Took him about 5 minutes to catch on. Here's a big squid here, but not the biggest one. There was bigger ones than that. There were probably 4 kilo squids. Oop, there's the hookfish again. That means it's the end of the video. Okay, I'll go back to the comments. Then I think I'm going to end this, and thank you very much for stopping by. I have to tag this video and put the links in here for the ICM Mall Market. I would never buy store-bought butter and garlic, steak sauce. Jeez. You can make that stuff yourself. Uh-oh, the chat got disconnected. I'm on mobile data, so we don't have to worry about losing the signal for too long. So at this point, I wish to say thank you for everybody that stopped by. Scott, I'll give you a call in about 5 minutes, and I'll tell you about the Junior story. Well, nothing bad. He understood. He understood perfectly well. No apology, though. No apology. That was an interesting thing. So I'll say goodbye to everybody. McFisher, NANIs Picture, Lotto Retirement Strategist, NANIs Picture, DNC, Scott Del Fuego, then not Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson donated squat to NANIs Picture. Squat. Thanks, Jack. So there was a lot of people that donated. Thank you. And now Captain Billy Jack. Look at this. Captain Billy Jack. Now, it was like hitting the lotto, Captain Billy Jack. I had the spoon. I had Captain Billy Jack hit the lotto, man. I had the spoon, and I had the yellow alcohol pen, and the pot. I should sell a spot on the pot for your name for $10. I should sell $10 spots on the pot. But the spoon, this is a once in a lifetime only. There's just so much silver spoon. And then it's no more. Captain Billy Jack got lucky. It was all the influences of the universe all coalesced and said, Captain Billy Jack is here. The yellow marker, the spoon, the Bertrand rays from Star Trek came down and gave me the insight and gave Captain Billy Jack a place in history. This is a place in history. Maybe if you want your name on the spoon, maybe the next $20 donation will be to be on this side of the spoon. You can have that side of the spoon. And then I'll do $20 donations for what's left of this side. But you got a good size letter, same size letter. So I think I only got two $20 donations left for this side. And I would be able to have three $20 donations on this side. Unless your name is Rumpelstiltskin or Elamina Pedershma, something like that. So thank you for stopping by. Salama. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'll have NANI's picture together for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put my John Hancock on the bottom. With love, Michael. And YouTube. With love from YouTube and Michael. With love from YouTube and Michael, August 10th, 2023, 9:13 a.m. Best wishes, many more like that. I'll just write over the whole picture. I'll take over the show. But no, I think I'll put down best wishes from YouTube and Michael Fazio. Yeah, I can't put all your names on there, though. All right, that's what I'm going to do. The universe has decided. I'll say umping Permy one more time. I haven't seen him around. I don't watch a lot of YouTube much anymore. I haven't seen him around since I saw that he had a baby about 2 weeks ago. I think he had a baby. That was the last. It was an interesting video of him at the hospital with the baby, but I think that was the last time I saw Brevis. Okay, then, thanks very much. Umping Permy from the Philippines, and of course, umping Permy means take care always. From Niwang Ko, I am thin. Nobody has noticed. Nobody. 10, 12 different jeepney drivers? No. 50 people in the stores that I go to? No. Nobody has noticed the weight loss except the doctors and the nurses. I guess I'm going to just have to lose another 35 or 40 pounds. So let's see, I'm at 36 now. 1 month from now, what am I going to do for my birthday? Normally, I do something really interesting on my birthday. It's not going to be food. Maybe I'll have a, I don't know. You guys could figure it out in the chat window what I should do for my birthday, what I should eat, if I should eat anything. I could go off for 1 day. I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything. It's not going to change anything at the end of the day. I'm still going for the 100 pounds. And if I did go off, it would be for like 2 ounces fried hamburger or fried pork. The idea of that for my birthday, 2 ounces of fried pork. Okay, Amping Permi from the Philippines, baby. And of course, Amping Permi means take care always. Thanks for watching. Please remember to push the thumbs up. I don't see any thumbs up. 7 thumbs up. Without pushing the thumbs up, you guys are letting me down. Bye-bye for now. That's right. Oy vey and shalom from Rabbi Jew Barker in the Philippines, baby. That's right.